entire year looking bright and sunny and happy and so much of positivity. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sumaya, and Jazakallah for having us on your show.
Yes, we have.
Again. So today the show is all about two Khans, one Jamal. Am I right? Two Khans, one Jamal. Powerful women's show.
Yeah, Shagupta Khan and Aisha Jamal. Alhamdulillah, last week, there was so much of messages coming through and was still coming through, but, due to time, we never read all. Everyone was saying, great show. They loved and appreciated the honesty and listening to the stories and the genuine advice coming from the heart. It was no script. It was, you could hear the genuineness. And that's so true. Last week, you know how many people told me, and Ayaz also made them laugh with his jokes, and as we're talking about Gen Z. Yes, we continuing, we spoke about parenting styles. As you know, grade 12s are writing matric very soon. Children will be writing exams. Back in the day, Aisha, Shagufta, you told your kids, they knew your very own children, you're writing exams, you need a timetable, right? It's your responsibility, and they did it. But now it's not so easy. Why do you think so?
Aisha? I think with me is for being a teacher, first and foremost. For me, it was my child had it really bad because I used to stress on her doing her homework and her own work before everyone else.
Yeah.
And I also want to just add is that when you're a teacher, you're so diligent about your child doing meticulous work.
It's in your blood, your DNA. So whatever you do, you'll still be a teacher.
Exactly. So when you're doing something, it has to be without error and it has to be meticulous in the sense that you're going to look through everything that they do. And also they must have a timetable, like a study timetable. And every child is not the same. So every child has a different mindset. So my daughter was she was like put through the test every single time she had to write exams. And so, and when it came as well to doing tasks at school, I believe firmly that a parent should not do the task because then the child is not learning anything. Because they don't get to do the task themselves, and then their skills are lost. In the midst of doing that task. So I feel that as being a teacher, having that background as a teacher, I was very hard on my child, and I felt very sorry for. Studied at university. She's also with the banks, and so in a way that where we looked at kids, and when I looked at my child, she had to always prove herself in different and various fields of studies when she was doing that. So she was actually at some stage she became a little bit rebellious about the studying, and then she tried to prove to me that without studying she'll do well, and she did, by the way.
And you know what, being a teacher, why do everybody think that teachers' children are supposed to be super sharp and super? I don't know whether you have experienced this, and I know if you're an educator listening, we give the least bit of focus and attention to our very own child because we are just like any other working class person. We get home, we sing to meals, we sing to household pickups, drop-ups. And
same thing. Yeah. If we have a shop of sweetmeat, we hardly eat sweetmeat. We have makeup and something, we hate that thing. We're doing mehndi, we hardly have mehndi in our, I sell nail mehndi and I hardly have mehndi.
No, and when you're a dressmaker also, you don't really sew your own clothes because you're buying the clothes.
That's very normal. But you know what Aisha said just now, that when we are closing the room, you close room, right? And I'm 100% sure my daughter is studying. But nowadays it's different.
I think
because of this social, this Dajjal.
You can say that.
This is Dajjal. That's, I'm telling you, you don't.
But even with us too, I wasn't well, so I wasn't at work. And my husband tells me, you'd rather just go to work because you're on your phone. So I had my phone where I never even go on WhatsApp or online or anything. And I think about something to 11 or after 10, there were like 12 calls coming in. It's like overwhelming because, as you said, the phone is Dajjal. We don't tend to respect space. We have contact with someone 24 hours. So that's also stressful.
Very.
So a child, if you think about it, we are also on our phone. If you go somewhere, if you don't get along with someone, if we are bored, if we want to check out something, we read something, we're on our phone. You don't communicate.
I think, I want to bring this in as well. When we were younger, if I'm going to compare with children with today's kids, I think there are some very disciplined children, but they've learned to be disciplined. But I think that, like Shagufta said earlier, that the cell phone is a big deterrent when it comes to that, and it's a distraction. Actually, the TV is also a distraction. And friends are also, because most of the time the kids are on the cell phone with their friends. But on the other hand, we were disciplined in the sense that our parents trusted that we would study, and we knew what our goals were. We had, we had goals that were clearly defined and for ourselves, and we knew what we wanted in life. Today, you ask a grade 11 child or 12 child, what are you going to do when you finish school? And I don't know. They'll shrug their shoulders to say, I still don't know what. Some of them will say that they know what they want to do.
Listeners, these are our views and opinions.
Yes.
What's your take on a gap year? I know 60% of children and even people or young adults who are interviewed on radio, they say they're taking a gap year. Again, 70% of them just don't go back to pursuing academics or even a skill. Not everyone is cut out of academics. They tend to become lazy. I'm not saying everyone, but from me, doing school matters for almost 20 years, that's what I figured. The trend is we're taking a gap year. Now imagine when we were in school, you knew what you're going to do. You had it out. And now
lack of concentration because of this social media and this, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Can you see our mindset is not concentrating even for 30 seconds for one picture?
Yeah, the concentration
finish, gone into the.
You can't have them concentrate.
Not at all. So what happened? That actually it's feeding our mind that in every case, in any case, we cannot concentrate. That's affecting our diet. That's affecting our sleep. That's affecting our daily routine course as well, and relationship. They cannot. That's what I'm telling you. The lack of in the parenting, there is a lack of chatting, discussing. They wanted to bring now, because the researchers are saying olden days the grandparents and the parents used to chat and give stories. That was the time where child gets the most intelligent mindset, psychology, and every single thing.
Well, you know what?
Sorry,
sorry.
I just have to butt in there and say that also with the school system, the manner in which it has changed, evolved. It has changed the way the kids write exams nowadays, the way the papers are marked. It's entire different school system from when back in the day when we had a school, when we went to school. So an emphasis there was more on academia. It wasn't on practical, right? Which is not a bad thing. No, I don't say it's a bad thing, because I think introducing more practical syllabus is better than academia, but a lot of the children, when it comes to attention span, like what Shagufta is talking about, is like you say, 30 seconds to a minute, even 10 minutes is too much for a child to concentrate.
Do you know, you can ask a child a general knowledge question, because when we were growing up, you had to know general knowledge questions and answers. If you ask them something, who's the president, you know how many of children who are in primary school will tell you Jacob Zuma for KZN.
Mm.
Some will tell you they don't even know. And some will tell you, no, it's some guy. I know a child told me he got a big nose, but we've got the name. They will actually tell you that. But if you ask them, who is this trend on TikTok, they know every single thing. So
And
that's
the
how it's
games.
going. Yeah. We will be breaking for Salah and we'll get back.
The world on radioalansar.co.za.
Verily, every soul shall taste death. Prepare yourself for the inevitable. Join the Al-Ansar Foundation for our annual Ladies Workshop on Saturday, the 26th of October from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Seats are limited, so don't delay. Register now by calling 031-208-1601. Save the date, 26th October, Al-Ansar Conference. Secure your spot and ensure you are prepared for life's final journey.
Spend 400 rands or more to win with Checkers Foods Kawi Park and Radio Al-Ansar. You could be one of 8 weekly winners of a Philips 6.2-liter air fryer or a Weber Bryce stand valued at over 2,000 rand. Hop into Checkers Foods Kawi Park, shop, drop your till slip into the entry box, and wait for your name to be announced on air. That's it. Checkers Foods Kawi Park, certified by the NIHT, the National Independent Halal Trust, across the butchery, bakery, and deli. T's and C's apply.
They convince the world to believe that terrorists look like beards and thobes. Now, as the facade cracks, one martyr after another, the world sees through the broken windows and now knows the true face of terrorism. It wears suits and ties and smiles behind lies.
اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين. اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين. اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين. اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين. اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا قوي يا عزيز.
This adhan is sponsored for the Isale Sawab of Marhum Muhammad Farooq Latib and all Marhumin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant them the highest abode in Jannah. Ameen.
أعزائي المستمعين، حان الآن موعد أذان العشاء لمدينة دربن وما حولها.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This dua brought to you by Simplex Radio, South Africa's leading retailer of appliances, car sound and home theater systems.
These surahs after Azan are brought to you by Amina's Wonder Spice and Wonder Dates, 9 Peters Road, Springfield, Durban.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
This salah is proudly brought to you by Khan's Chemical Industry. May this salah enlighten your soul and bring about endless blessings throughout your day. This salah was proudly brought to you by Khan's Chemical Industry. May this salah enlighten your soul and bring about endless blessings throughout your day.
Having a clean, comfortable home is every homeowner's pride. That's why Khan's Chemicals have developed and manufactured prime yet affordable quality household brands. Starlight, Miracle Mum, Exterminate, and Angie to care for your home and family. With a wide range of fabric softeners, dishwashing liquids, bleachers, and all-purpose cleaners, pine gels, bubble baths, and much more, Khan's Chemicals ensures your home remains our #1 priority. For sales and other inquiries, call 011 933 4021. Khan's Chemicals, cleaning your home the way you want.
Radio Al-Ansar.
Education's purpose is to replace an empty mind with an opened one.
Join Sumaya Khan every Tuesdays between 7 and 8 p.m. for an educational evening exclusive to Radio Al-Ansar.
Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that is yours to lead.
School Matters with Sumaya Khan.
Radio Al-Ansar, Durban, 90.4 FM. Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to School Matters. Yes, we have messages, well wishes for our class of 2024. Wanli, can you start playing them?
To Matric Class of 2024, this is your moment. You've faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and now you stand on the brink of your future. As you prepare for your exams, remember to believe in yourselves. Remember, it's easy to pass Matric and it's hard to fail Matric. Trust in the hard work and dedication you've put in. This is Ovosmo Ziwaga Gambo, working at Island as a hosting and recruitment supervisor.
Greetings to all the matriculants out there. Prepping for grade 12 exams is not easy. It comes with so much pressure and anxiety from all angles. You are so close to the end of your 12-year mentoring journey. It doesn't matter how many times you have stumbled, but don't allow that to discourage you and doubt that you've got what it takes to perform well. Keep reminding yourself that the long, still nights of studying will soon come to an end. So gather your undivided attention and zeal to push for the last time, not forgetting to have rest breaks in between. Good luck and keep shining. From Nelly Dunge, an educational psychologist. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uktula Nezbusiso no Musagam Tali Mawashilenanonke. May peace and blessings of the Almighty be upon all the 2024 matriculants. O Matiglecheni, Umdali Abenani, may God be with you all. We're wishing you all the best. We wish you all the best. Gutiwa manjahada wajada, loyo ozmiselayo uzophumelela. Whoever strives will surely pass. We wish you all the best. Sinifisela okuhle. Umdali Abenani okhulumayo uHabib Milanzi from Sunni African Ulama Council. May Allah bless each and everyone, inshallah. Umdali Nbosisa nonke kanye no teacher and all the teachers as well. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uktula magubirina nonke. Ngiyabonga.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sanbonan. To all the matriculants out there who are about to write the exams, I'd like to wish you all good luck as you're about to pave the pathway to your future. Be the leaders of tomorrow, be the doctors of tomorrow, teachers of tomorrow, and make society a better place. Right? I'd like to leave with a short quote or a short motivation, which I also stuck with me when I was in matric, from a former headmaster, saying that once you're able to get up in the morning and dress up, wake up with confidence very early, which is not an easy thing, and dress up neatly, clean with a uniform, then half of your battle has been won for the day. So I just want to say good luck to everybody who's writing. Wonke umuntu obhalayo ama-exam ethi uNkulunkulu abe nani nibhale kahle, and good luck to everybody. Shukran.
In context, the matriculation examination is, in my respectful view, one of the most challenging of examinations. It occasions much stress and trepidation, being the gateway or transitional phase from the junior echelons of education. It heralds hope, opportunity, and potential to an exciting future. It is the culmination of some 12 years of preparatory work at schools. I pray that you are guided by God to success in your matriculation examination and in all your future educational endeavors. Advocate Muhammad Salim Khan, SC.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of the Islamic Medical Association and the South African Muslim Network, this is Dr. Faisal Suleiman. I'd like to wish our matriculants the best of success in the forthcoming matric examinations. I would also like to remind the students that the South African Muslim Network gives bursaries for media, journalism, political sciences, and the Islamic Medical Association gives bursaries for the health sciences and recognized South African tertiary institutions. So we welcome the two organizations, the applications for the respective bursaries, but of course also to donors who can also contribute zakah or lillah to both organizations for the respective bursary programs. We understand the importance of education and providing our children with a means of educating themselves, earning a living, and of course supporting future generations, inshallah.
Hi, matriculants. I wish you everything of the best during your matric examination. May God guide your minds, open your minds, and guide your hands to write the correct answer. You can all do it because you are all very, very clever. This is Mrs. Randall. I was HOD at Charles Hugo School. Now I am retired. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Yes, those were so inspiring, motivating, and from the heart. Everyone giving their well wishes, and in their little well wishes, also some tips there.
Yes. What I wanted to say when they say that matriculants should have that undivided attention, towards the exams and the studies, so this is the responsibility of parents. I'm not talking about only mothers.
Yeah.
I'm talking about fathers as well. And they should listen this, that responsibility of parent is not only that you provide them like food or the clothing, uniform and books and everything. This is so important to keep the environment of home very calm, collective. No fighting, no arguments, and no discussion of any kind of family matters in front of the pupil of your child. Very important. I'm telling you that when we say undivided, it's not about only social media. It's about what my mother is saying, what my father, and unintentionally, we don't realize that how our disagreement or our argument can impact and distract the children of writing exams. First of all, that, make harmony and peace at home. No matter, even if you have some kind of discussion, don't discuss in front of the pupil who are writing, who are going to write, first of all. Secondly, which is very important, which I said tips for Shagufta Khan, and I remember that last year I give that tips about for their food, because as Aisha Jamal said, that every children has different schedule or time of study. Some people can study in the night, full night, in the day they're sleeping. Some children can study in the day, as we know. But what we have to do, mothers and fathers, but mostly mothers, please give them home food, avoid junk. First of all, have healthy 3 meals. After that, nutritious food, healthy food, without oil, home food. Right, and less oily food, because especially when your child is awake overnight, in the whole night, automatically the acid start building. And with the acid, if we are giving them burgers, okay, no problem. He loves that. She likes that. She will live. I'm not saying don't just stop. It's not like, please cook healthy home food for them, and time to time, even if they read the whole night, study the whole night, morning breakfast has to be ready, healthy breakfast for them. Please look after that, and I'm telling you, it's really impact on their learning, skills as well. And plus, one thing which was viral last year of my on Facebook, when I told them that that warm honey and almond milk, it is excellent, very nice. How you can do in the night, you can warm milk, and 1 teaspoon of honey and 1 teaspoon of almond powder. Mix it together and give it to your child. It's give you protein, it's give you that energy. Or you can add, if you don't want honey, you can add dates as well. Very important, energetic. The pupil, the students, the children who are studying in the night, if they have this drink, a healthy milk drink, either with date, either with honey and almond, I'm telling you, they study, it's very important. It's they can be awake with the full mind, open mind, and they can study a lot.
Sister Aisha, family involvement for your child or the sibling or niece or anyone, nephew, how should family be involved in that child's life?
Sumaya, talking about family involvement as well is, like Shagufta mentioned before, everyone should be considerate.
100%.
When the child is writing exams, yes. And, when we were writing exams as well, my mom clearly told members of our families not to visit at that time because, and somebody is getting married or engagement party, whatever it may be, the occasion is that you should consider the families that have children that are writing exam and do, set dates after the exam. I think that's very important as well because kids also don't want to miss out, right? And then be considerate. I think also show continuous love for your child all the time. Never fail to show love for your children throughout their exams. Like hug them, kiss them, loving comments that you give to them. Don't say, you're a useless, you'll never pass, this kind of comment, negative comments, because that sits in their mind until they are adults. I tell you, that is really, it can really destroy a child. And continually tell your children how much you love them always in the future. Give them that safe, secure environment in which to study. Also, like Shagufta mentioned, the nutrition, must be sorted out. I don't believe the kids should drink a lot of tea or coffee or caffeine.
Or energy drink. I have to point this. Energy drink.
All that. Red Bull is out. All those monster drinks are out because firstly, it's going to affect your kidneys. You're going to end up with having dialysis later on in life. And also I think, like we talk about Horlicks and Milo and like you said, all the drinks that our parents had,
natural,
our
organic,
gave us as well. Remember, also it's important that when a child is studying, right? Like Shagufta mentioned also before, in a household, there mustn't be, they say, kakrat. There mustn't be fighting, arguments, or hissing, cussing at each other, because the child has to have a clear mind. He's not worrying about why his parents are arguing or they're not talking to each other, or, and then try to make their time of studying an enjoyable one. Also they must have breaks. Taking them for breaks is important.
I remember someone sent me a message saying, also if you are a relative or a very close family member, also be considerate of visiting.
Like my mom said,
No.
And my sister-in-law as well,
right,
she mentioned that please don't come and visit us at this time, especially both her kids were writing exams, matric. And one was a head boy and the other one was deputy head. But that put aside, they had to concentrate. And imagine all the cousins getting together at that time. It's not conducive to that learning environment. So I think you should give them that space. Also respect that time that it's important in their lives. People don't really understand and say, oh, when our children were studying, no one gave a damn. You get comments like
Why
that.
are you saying that when we were studying? No one gave a damn.
No, that time was different. We have more concentration and we concentrate the whole year. Now this is the time. One more thing I wanted to say. Two things actually. first thing we have to tell our children, Aisha mentioned, we must show them love, physical hugs, kisses, and we make sure we are telling our children, you are doing the best. You are doing your best, no matter what your result will be. I love you for that because my baby is doing your best. Okay, I'm talking about my personal life. I'm talking about my personal thing. When they were doing matrics, my daughters, and they're studying, my house is pin drop silence. Okay, we have television that time, no this cell phone and all, but my TV is off. So my friend came one time and said, oh my God, your house is like so quiet. Why don't you put television in your own room and then watch your dramas and things? So I said, no. If the voice of my dramas will go into their ears, they will get distraction. I'm telling you the sacrifice that we did today. That's how we brought our stars, our good, they are professionals, not because they only study, because we brought that in whole environment in the house, and we all were involved towards that. So that is very important, parents.
Samia, like Shagufta said, whatever she said, I agree with her as well. But I also would like to reiterate what I said last week is Islam is a way of life. Religion plays an important part in a study of a child as well. You teach them all the du'as that they need to learn, as well as when, the teachings of our beloved Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So where you're talking about nutrition, that will come in as well, because what the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam ate and drank was absolutely nutritious, or it was it was good for your body, and it gave you strength of mind as well as physical strength. And that's what you need when you're writing exams. So I still will bring that in, where Islamic knowledge is very important. And when you are, I say to a child, you make the effort, you study, you read your salah, you read your du'as, and leave the rest to Allah.
Do you know, whatever we're discussing is parenting styles, but we're focusing more on how we see to our child when they are writing an exam. What's the new thing about a lot of parents disapprove peer studying? How disciplined you have to be for that?
You're talking about the group study. Okay, overnight I never allowed. I remember for my daughters, I never allowed group studying, but I don't mind if they come and discuss for some projects. When it comes to the project during the day, I allowed my daughters, either they come or they go, but for certain hours. But otherwise, to me, at the moment, the group studies are very dangerous.
No, but I'm telling you, I would also think that structured group studying is welcomed, because kids learn a lot from there. They gain a lot of knowledge as well, get more insight into whatever they are studying. But I would say if you are going to leave them on their own
for other ideas, it's a problem.
I think it was a problem for me, because then they they want to party, eat more than they study. They want to play games as well. I think gaming as well is becoming a big thing with little kids, with children. So that is what I feel that as a parent, you must be structured in whatever you do with your child.
And no to overnight stay.
No overnight stay.
No overnight.
No.
No Shagufta, you mentioned that we're a communal, the grandparents, everyone's involved. I think right now we need it so bad because parents are so busy working, both mom and dad. Life is stressful, life is hectic. Unfortunately, the more we have, the more we want. We're chasing that position, we're chasing that bigger pay. And when this child is studying, we are exhausted when it comes to really focus on them or monitor them. Maybe you just have
character building.
Exactly. So this is where extended families can assist you.
100%. Okay, one more thing I wanted to mention. This time, as you say, we are so busy. You will see very highly educated person, whether it's a doctor. I'm not specifying, I'm not discriminating, but very highly educated. They have no time even to eat their favorite food, supper, the way it's supposed to. They just indulge because they're working. Are we really doing good for ourselves? So how can we teach our children? So this is my request to the parents. the grandparents and the aunties and uncles as well. Because in olden time, and this is when we have colonial system. So if parents are busy, what our grannies did, our dadi and nani, they used to give, which I am at the moment they're doing the research. The character building was very few percentage is coming from the school or madrasa. It's more coming from your own houses, your own grandparents, how they teach you, not even teach you. No, you just give them one story of our Anbiya Karam. One story Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam, one story Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, one story of Hazrat Islam. So these stories, when the grandparents used to teach us, automatically they are giving us the character building. Because we did this, because they like this, because we do. I'm telling you what a beautiful actions our grandparents did to us, which now this new generation is lacking.
But you see, Shagufta, they instill these values stemming in from their religious background.
100%.
Right? Because they brought in stories of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They brought in stories from all the prophets. Whether it was an example that they gave, but they gave it with substantiated evidence, for example, right? To say, this is what Abu Huraira radiallahu anh did. This is what Uthman radiallahu anh did. So the kids knew that the backgrounds that they are going to be getting is substantiated. It's coming from the Quran and it's coming from the Sunnah. And so that is why we will now accept it.
Exactly.
But when you are just talking about just somebody else's child or incident that happened, they're not going to listen to that because it's not substantiated.
Quick one, rounding up. I think we need to have our own show, guys. Messages are coming through. They love the way both you ladies are speaking. You're speaking from the heart, so real, and they can relate to you.
You know, experience as well.
Experience as well.
Previous
Rounding up, advice, quick one.
I just want to wish all the matriculants from Aisha Jamal, Alhamdulillah, you're going to be writing the biggest exam of your life this year. If you are in matric, it should not be overwhelming, because remember that you need to study, right? You dress up, you show up, and you write up. That is what I would say to all matriculants, and hope for the best. Remember that you will do well, no matter what your result is going to be. Your parents will still love you. The community will love you. You are never a failure, because you may not do so well in school, but in life you'll be a success.
Exactly, and there's always a second chance.
Yeah, from my side, the numbers are nothing. My listeners, my matriculants who are listening, I'm telling you, I'm wishing you all the best. As long as you're doing your best, you are giving your best, numbers are nothing to me. Exactly. As long as you're learning, you are already the winners, because you are writing matric. That's a very big thing that you are writing matric. Don't worry. Relax. Take your time. Deep breath. Don't have acne and headaches and anxiety. Just have fresh fruit juice. Tell mama to make nice food for you. Fresh orange, whatever you like, and enjoy.
After grade 12 learners, after you're done, I think you can visit Shagufta for a nice massage. And if you want to chill, you can be with Aisha Jamal to do all that community work.
Inshallah. And all the rewards that you will get, inshallah.
Inshallah. Well, I'll thank both of you for taking the time to be here. As I said, it's cold, it's wet, and it's nighttime. But you guys are here.
No, she sent to you, Sumaya, for giving us this opportunity.
For you, and for our matric.
We loved part 1 and part 2. Remember
messages are coming through when we're starting our own talk show.
Oh, inshallah.
I'd like to thank our tech Monji for making the show possible. My email address is sumayakhan.alansar. Sumaya Khan, yes, .alansar@outlook.com. Being a parent can be tough, but just remember that in your child's cycle and eyes, nobody does it better than you. Children have never been very good at listening to their elders, but they have never failed to imitate you. Parenting styles are like brush strokes on the canvas of a child's life. Each stroke holds the power to shape their growth and nurture their potential. May we paint with love, guidance, and understanding, creating masterpieces of compassion and resilience. Assalamu alaikum.
La ilaha illallah.
والله